The Galactic Biological Assessment Center processed thousands of species classifications daily. It was routine work: scan the specimen, analyze the data, assign the threat classification, move on. Technician Raxel had been doing this job for 7 cycles. He'd seen everything from docile herbivores to apex predators. The system was foolproof, designed by the brightest minds across 12 galaxies. Today's batch included a new species application: humans seeking membership in the Galactic Council. Another bipedal mammalian, Raxel muttered, pulling up the file. How original. The human representative, Lieutenant Emma Cross, stepped into the scanning chamber with easy confidence. She smiled politely as the advanced sensors hummed to life, measuring everything from bone density to neural activity. "This won't hurt," Raxel assured her through the intercom. "I figured," Emma replied. "We have similar tech back home." The scan completed in 30 seconds. Raxel watched as the data populated his screens. Standard biometric information. Nothing unusual at first. He'd classify her as Class 3 standard, maybe Class 4 if her species showed decent tool usage. Then the threat assessment algorithm started running. And stopped. And started again. Raxel frowned, tapping his console. The system was cycling through classifications: Class 5, Class 6, jumping to Class 8, then back down to Class 7. Numbers flickered across his screen, too fast to read. "Is everything all right?" Emma called from the chamber. "Just a moment," Raxel said, concern creeping into his voice. He'd never seen the system malfunction like this. The algorithm ran for 2 full minutes, an eternity for a process that usually took 3 seconds. Finally, the screen went dark. Then, in bright crimson text, a classification appeared: Unclassified Apex. Raxel felt his twin hearts skip a beat. That's not possible. He ran the scan again. Same result. 3 more times, identical outcome. Senior Analyst to Station 7. He called into his communicator, voice shaking. "I need immediate assistance." Within minutes, Senior Analyst Vornal arrived, her 4 eyes wide with curiosity. "What's the emergency?" Raxel pointed at the screen. "The system won't classify her. It's designating her as Unclassified Apex." Vornal's mandibles clicked in disbelief. "That's impossible. The Apex classification is reserved for species at the absolute top of their food chains with no natural predators. We're talking about—" "I know what it means," Raxel interrupted. "But it gets worse. Look at the subtext." Vornal leaned closer. Below the main classification, additional data scrolled. Binocular predator vision. Persistence hunter physiology. Advanced pack coordination. Tool creation. Apex level. Adaptability index. Off scale. Natural predator count. 0. 0 natural predators? Vornal whispered. "But she's from Class 3 world." "How is that?" "There's more," Raxel said, pulling up the evolutionary history the scan had extrapolated. Her species didn't just reach the top of their food chain. They systematically eliminated or domesticated everything else. They turned their predators into pets. They made their prey into livestock. Emma knocked on the chamber window. "Hey, is this going to take much longer? I have a council meeting in an hour." Both analysts flinched at the casual knock. The chamber was rated to withstand Class 9 containment breaches. "Look at her threat response metrics," Raxel continued, his voice barely audible. "Her heart rate hasn't elevated once. She's in an unknown facility on an alien station, surrounded by species she's never met, and her stress levels are baseline." Vornal pulled up the chemical analysis. "Her species produces adrenaline for combat situations, but also endorphins for enjoying dangerous activities. They have a neurotransmitter literally dedicated to bonding through shared trauma." She looked up, mandibles trembling. "They're biologically designed to thrive under pressure." Senior Analyst Raxel said carefully, "What do we tell the council?" Vornal stared at the screen, at the human woman waiting patiently in the chamber, and at the classification that refused to change. "We tell them the truth," she said finally. "We've just scanned our first apex predator species that achieved spaceflight. She paused, her next words heavy with implication. And according to this data, they didn't stop being apex predators when they left their planet. They just expanded their hunting ground to space. Emma waved cheerfully through the window. Both analysts took an involuntary step backward. Raxel updated the classification file with trembling appendages. Species designation: human. Classification: unclassified apex. Council recommendation: grant full membership immediately. Threat assessment: do not antagonize. They evolved in a world that tried to kill them for millions of years. They won. The file was transmitted to the Galactic Council within minutes. 3 hours later, humanity's membership was unanimously approved. Nobody wanted to be the one to tell the apex predators no.